Hey guys, it's Jamie Ben-Isri and I'm back with Logik TV and I'm still with Sean Smith, and we had an opportunity to learn a little bit about you and a lot about the compliance and kind of what it takes, to be in the industry. But I'd like to get a little bit into the operations. So what does it take to be an operator, or what I'll call a dronepreneur?
So Trustware kind of set clear guidelines in terms of what you have to do, and many people don't realize, but there are the Canadian aviation regulations that have been around for many years, and drone operators, they do need to follow parts 1 through 8, which include, your maintenance records, how do you detail your flight logs. All this stuff is still compliant to these operators. So
they need to have it in case, I guess somebody comes knocking to see what they've done or what they've...
Yeah, it's all about keeping things compliant, right? You want to make sure that things flying over someone's head or over their property, that it's not going to do something erratic, sure, or that it's going to lose a prop blade and potentially injure or damage somebody's property. So it's really important in that case.
That's a good point. So let's talk about damage a little bit, and that kind of leads into insurance needs, which is often overlooked by entrepreneurs. What does a dronepreneur need by way of insurance?
So if you're doing things commercially, you need to carry a $100,000 limited liability insurance, no matter what. So
beyond the insurance, can anyone really pick up a drone and fly one anywhere they want?
And so no, there are clear guidelines in terms of the minimum age requirement for an operation, or for a dronepreneur, as you put it, for them to be able to legally fly in Canada. It has to be 18 years. Now, if you're doing things recreationally, it's a little bit more relaxed, but there are rules that you have to be with someone that's known, kind of like a learner's permit with, with a car. Now, that being said, insurance companies play an important role into this, because they may not insure you. Without the insurance, you can't have your operation. So even insurance companies, they look at things in terms of, well, is it an experienced pilot? Do they have aviation a background? Do they understand the best practices? How many hours have they flown? All these things get fed into their determination if they're even going to insure you or not.
So this operator, are they, is anyone or any operator allowed to, build and fly UAV for commercial purposes, and kind of what are those thresholds?
Yeah, so that's actually part of some of the fun for folks, right, is to build their own drones or the UAVs or UASs. For myself personally, that's what my business does, but we do things that are going to be compliant with the air regulation rules and the airworthiness rules. When you're building things in your own garage, you need to make sure that they're compliant, that they're going to be able to perform as you're designing it, and you need to have those engineering reports. You need to prove it, because you don't want something where you're going to say, "We'll go left," and ends up going right into a building, right?
Sure. Which will invariably happen. As the media, I'm sure will document those well. But what happens if I do break those rules? If I press left and it goes right, or if I'm not following, the logs that I'm supposed to be keeping? What are the consequences?
So at the minimum, you're going to get fined, right? And it varies depending upon what the infractions are. Right, so flying without a permit or without an SFOC for commercial usage, that is there is one threshold level for that, anywhere from $5,000 to about $25,000. Wow. Right, when you're talking about potentially injuring or harming an airline or an aircraft that's carrying people, you're looking at a heavier fine, because you're risking the lives of individuals. So you really want to make sure that you understand the rules and the regulations, not only at the federal level but also at the local level.
That's a very good point, and people often overlook that, and that's why I'll often try to explain to people that it's important to work with someone like Sean. And if you have any questions, if you're not sure if the drone you built in your garage is adequate, and where you're allowed to fly it and with who you're allowed to fly it, you should reach out to Sean. You should comment in this video, and stay tuned for more information on how to be a dronepreneur. If you like this video, don't forget to press on that little thumb. Don't forget to comment below, share the page, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.